Hi everyone, welcome to workout 3. This workout's a little bit different. We're not doing any sort of traditional Pilates today. This workout is actually just a get up and get moving routine. So obviously with this COVID-19 lockdown, you're allowed to go out and exercise. So please hope you're all walking and bike riding, and if you've got access to a pool, it's not too cold, jump in, do a bit of hydro. But for things to do at home and sort of using your strength and your balance, we're just going to run through a little routine today together that you really don't need any actual gym equipment for. So a chair, a tea towel, and some light weights. Now, if you have weights at home, great. If you don't, there's plenty of things you can use. You can take some water bottles, which are pretty easy to grip, filling them with whatever water you can sort of manage to hold. Pop the caps on nice and tight, use that in your hand. Obviously the good old cans of soup from the cupboard, so these are just 400 grams each, so a little bit less than half a kilo. Something nice and light, or even just a little set of, say, bocce balls, which are only probably about 200 grams each, so they've just got some water in them. So just be creative. You don't need to hold weights. I'm happy for you to do this without any weight in your hand, but certainly grabbing some weights if you do. No heavier than maybe 2 to 3 kilos for some of the arm things we're going to do though. So nice and light weights, so anything around that kilo or just under a kilo would be perfect. So let's get started. So decide which weights it is you're going to use. Get your chair at the ready and grab a tea towel for me. So first thing we're going to do is actually pop our tea towel down onto the ground. So folding it up or rolling it up into a bit of a log for me and just sitting it against the floor. So to get ourselves moving to start with, we're going to do some step over, step back. So the tea towel on the ground is just giving us a trip hazard. So start with one leg going forward and coming back. The leg that goes forward first comes back first. So it's almost like marching on the spot, but we're stepping back and stepping forward. So I've started with my right. You can too if you like, and we're just going to move back and forth over the tea towel. The idea is with the tea towel is that we don't touch it. So as we step forward, step backwards, we're just trying really hard to lift our feet. If you do scuff that tea towel and move it out of place, just stop, pop it back into its straight line and keep going for me. Try to look straight ahead, not down at the tea towel, chest up, shoulders back. You can sort of get your arms moving at your side as well. So we're going to do about 20 of these on each leg, just getting ourselves marching or lifting up through those hips, warming up through the legs. Like me, you could come out on, say, your back deck and do your routine. Certainly welcome to do it inside in front of the television as well. As I said, all we need is a chair or a seat, a tea towel, and some light weights if you have access to them, or no weights at all. Keep going with that right leg, a few more. Making sure we lift those feet. And again, this is just to get our heart rate up a little bit, just to get our legs moving. And we're going to do 20 with the left as well. So left leg forward first, left leg back first. We always have one side that finds this a bit easier than the other. Our more dominant side tends to be stronger or better at leading. And again, around 20 repetitions. Keep coming with me. Arms just at our side. Looking straight ahead, keeping your chest up nice and tall. Marching back and forth. Seeing if we can get the whole repetition of 20 each leg without touching that tea towel. Good job. Keep going everyone, a few more. So it's around 20 on each leg, or about 30 seconds each side. Let's do 3 more for luck. Well done. Now keep your tea towel on the ground there for me, but let's go over and grab our weights. So picking up something light, as I said before, your choice as to what you're going to use, and we need to get near our chair. So we're going to start with some squats. So sitting down into the chair and then standing ourselves all the way back up. So make sure our feet are square or in line. It's no good doing this with uneven feet or turned out feet, and just coming down into the chair and back up again for me. Now, how hard you make this is really about how long you stay on that chair. So sitting all the way down and standing all the way up is fine. Make sure you feel that work through the fronts of your legs. Keep an eye on your knees, watching that they stay nice and straight with your feet. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can just touch or tap the chair and then push yourself back up, so you're not having that full sit. But please go nice and slow, like I am. So it's no good rushing through these. We're only doing 10, so a couple more. Down and up into the chair. Said sitting all the way down, standing all the way up, or just a light touch of the bottom and then pushing up again. And we'll do one more for luck. So around 10 repetitions, then staying standing, we're going to calf raise 10 times. So I'm going up and down on my toes, taking my heels off the floor, again staying nice and straight. My feet have stayed grounded in the same spot they were when I did my squats. And again, just 10 repetitions. A few more. We're going to do a few sets of these with some arm work in between. After those 10 calf raises, taking our arms, and I want us to lift them out, so I'll face the camera for you, and back like a T. So we just come to that shoulder height and back down again. So we're not trying to go as high as the sky, we're just coming out to a T. If that's a little bit tricky on the shoulders, you can just lift them out a bit lower. It's really your choice. As I said, just 10 repetitions, holding your weight of choice. As I said again, the heaviest on what you're working on this would be about 3 kilos, but anywhere around that half to a kilo mark would be perfect. I said only 10, lifting out, nice and tall through the chest, looking straight ahead. Good job. 2 more. Then we're going to go back to repeat our squats and calf raises. So again, line the feet up nice and straight, get the knees over the top of the feet, watching that we're not turning our knees in together. Keeping this space between the knees is really important. This sitting and standing shouldn't hurt your knees. If it is, your chair might be a little bit low. If you're finding it hurting your knees, the lower the chair is, the harder this is as well. And certainly if you're finding it a bit easier, find a lower chair. Even if you were to say sit down or touch down to say your coffee table, it would be quite low. So the lower the chair, the harder we work, the higher the chair, the easier it is. Just keeping everything nice and straight and in line as we go up and down for 10. 2 more. And staying standing again, calf raises 10 times. So keeping your feet grounded exactly where they were, trying to keep your balance, pulling in with your tummy muscles, nice and tall through your chest. Focus on something, it helps to keep your balance if you look sort of straight ahead at one point. Looking around certainly makes the balancing harder. Said 10 calf raises, weights in our hands at the ready. After we've done this 10 calf raises, we're going to take our arms back out to T, but this time holding them out in T, and we're going to do what I call my karate chops. We're going to bend through the elbows, bringing the weights in towards the chest, and then pushing them out. So I want you to imagine that there's a sort of a plane of glass under your arms, so we don't want the weights to be going any lower or dropping down as we do this. We don't want the elbows to drop down. We want to keep everything up nice and high, and just slide out and in along that plane of glass, keeping the elbows above the glass, keeping the balls or the weights above the glass. As I said, in just 10 times. Again, chest up, shoulders back. Try to relax at the neck. As we're standing here, my knees are a little bit unlocked, so just watch that posturally for your lower body. You're not kind of locked out through those legs. Keep a soft knee. Then 10 karate chops. Gets tiring holding your arms out, which is again where the weight of choice comes into play. So just holding a weight you feel you can manage. Good job. A couple more. Well done. Then again, back to our squats and calf raises. So lining the feet up, 10 more of each. So up and down into the chair. Again, touching just lightly if you want to make it harder. Sitting all the way down if you need that little rest. Really work on pushing right up to tall, so watching that we don't kind of end up in a half stand up, right up to tall and down. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Then up and down on those calves again for 10. Really focus on your balance. Again, drawing your tummy muscles in, standing nice and tall. Keeping your ankles nice and straight as you do this, so trying not to wobble around too much through the ankles. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now this time with our arm weights, we're going to take them back out to T. We're going to go around in circles. So imagine that there's about a dinner plate size circle at the end of your arm, and you're just running your weight or your fingers around the rim of the circle. So we're going to go backwards with our circle 10 times, and then forwards with our circle 10 times. Again, holding the arms out gets tiring, so work on lighter weights with this one if you feel like it's pulling too much through the shoulders. And we're going back around our circle 10 times. Again, soft through the knees, standing nice and tall. And then the same size circle coming forward through the arms. And again, the weights get heavier the longer we hold them up. Work on keeping the circles nice and high or out from that shoulder height. But if you are getting too tired with the arms, you're certainly welcome to bring your circles down a bit lower, more towards the floor, but keep the circle at the same time, at the same size. I said only 10, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right, last set of squats. No, it's not. This is only our fourth. So down and up again. Lining those feet up again, just touching lightly if you want to make it harder. Keep those weights in your hands. Feel that push or burn through these fronts of the legs 10 times. And then we're going to stay tall to do our calf raises. So up and down 10 times. So we're doing 5 sets of these squats and calf raises all up. So it'll be 50 of each, broken into the 10s. With these arm workouts between each set. A few more. And the last thing with our arms is get back to the first one. So just lifting and raising up to T. So out and then down. So we're not holding them up this time, we're just lifting the weight up and down. So again, think about staying tall through your chest or lifting your chest, drawing your shoulders back. Only going to a T, no higher. If that's a bit challenging, just come out from the side, keeping it low, but T at the highest. So just the 10, and then we have one more round of our squats and calf raises to go. Good job. This T work through the arm should really feel like you're getting a nice little workout through this top of the shoulder or deltoid as we lift out. And again, the chest and the shoulder blades, keeping their position or in line. And again, just the 10. Then let's return to our last lot of squats and calf raises. So line your feet up, coming down and up, touching lightly, watching that those knees stay over those toes, being sure that they don't start dropping in together as we get tired. Just keeping the weights in our hands as we come up and down. So tapping lightly as I am, or if we need to, sitting all the way down and standing all the way up. So in that last lot of 10, really push all the way up to tall for me. And then our last lot of 10 for our calf raises. So if we stay nice and tall and just gently up and down, ankles nice and strong, nice and straight, pulling our tummy in, looking straight ahead at something for good balance, keeping our shoulders relaxed and our chest up, so good posture. Last 10. Well done, everybody. Couple more for luck. Good job. Now you can pop your weights down now. We're going to come back over to our T-towel. This time with our T-towel we're going to do a side step. So going up and across and up and across. So again, as we step from side to side, we're just avoiding the T-towel. If you do skim it with your foot and get it out of line, just stop to make it straighter and go back to this lifting our foot as we step. Now, the speed you go obviously is going to make this easier or harder, but just being very careful if you start going quicker that you don't touch your T-towel. So it is okay to make this more of a tap from side to side by going faster, But going faster, just be aware of the tea towels position. Or stepping right across slowly and then back. So we're going to do this for about a minute. Shoulders back, chest tall, pulling in a little bit with our tummy muscles, conscious of our balance. As I said, you can speed up a bit if you want, get a bit more of a heart rate elevation, a bit more sort of boppy as you go, but making sure that you still don't skim on that tea towel. Or slowing down and doing full foot taps. You choose your speed, keep coming with me. So we're doing about a minute worth of this, a little bit under, but certainly just getting those legs, shaking out that squat strength, but keeping our heart rate up, giving our arms a little rest. And a few more. Again, a bit faster if you can. Keeping the heart rate up, making sure that we don't touch the tea towel. Good job. Now for the next part of the workout is where we need our wall. So close a door or be set up somewhere where you've got a little blank space of wall like me. We can actually take our tea towel now and just put it back up off the floor. So with our wall, we're going to start with some push-ups in and out. So just take your arms out from your body at chest height, so not up near your head, chest height. Walk to your wall, popping your hands against the wall for me. And then I want you to take a little step back and take your heels off the ground. So a wall push-up, chest towards the wall, chest away. Chest towards the wall, chest away. So we're doing 10 of these. Think about drawing in those tummy muscles. Try really hard to keep a straight back. It would be tempting to drop and sag through the hips. So we're just trying to avoid that. Having our heels up helps. And just thinking about our chest coming towards the wall, in and out, and at chest height. So hands not too high. And so just 10. 2 more for luck while I've been talking. Well done. Then staying at our wall, we're going to use our wall for balance. So what I want us to do is set ourselves up into a little lunge. So we're going to put our left leg in front and our right leg behind, our hands both up against the wall. So leaning onto the wall for balance. The weight is in this front leg because it's the back leg that we're going to move. So get yourself steady with your weight. If that wrist position is a bit hard for you, you're very welcome to turn into knuckles, yeah, as long as you've got your hands on the wall for balance. So weight is in that bent leg in front of us. Leaning forward slightly. With this back leg, we're going to do a lift. So we're going to come up and down, keeping it nice and straight. So this leg here should now feel like it's doing all the work. It's holding our body weight. Our hands are purely here for balance. Please don't take your hands away. I do want you to keep your hands on the wall just for balance. After we've done 10 of these straight leg kicks behind us, feeling this leg now engaged and working, then with this straight leg, what I want us to do is pull it forward and stretch it back 10 times. Keeping the foot off the ground. It's as though we're standing on one leg. This knee stays unlocked. Our hands stay against the wall. And 10, pulling that knee in. And then on the 10th one, keeping the knee bent, doing 10 little kicks out to the side. So if you're like me, this is the leg doing all the work. This one's working as it moves, but this one's really burning as we stand on our one leg. And so just 10 kicks and then place the foot down. Well done. Changing for our other side. So soften the knee, step the other foot back, hands on the wall for balance. This leg in front has the weight in it. And when we're ready to, start to lift up through the back leg. So straight away you should feel these muscles all engaging. Even though we've got bend in our knee and our leg out in front, your heel should be heavier in this leg. So 10 straight leg lifts behind. Then 10 pulling the knee in and out, so stretching in and out. This is when the foot stops touching the ground. 9 and 10, and then keeping that leg bent, 10 little kicks out to the side. Enjoy the burn in this leg that we're standing on. Feel your hip muscles working. So just 10, Well done. Then we're going to stand up and do one more set of our push-ups. So hands back to the wall at chest height. Take the heels up off the ground, nice and straight through the body. Chest in, chest out, chest in, chest out. Pulling our tummy muscles in. Trying to keep our back straight so we're not sagging through the hips. 5 more. One for luck. Good job. Now, we actually want to grab our T-tail again just for this last part of the workout. So I want you to hold your T-tail in your hands nice and tight. So don't overstretch it, but just keep it from going sagging for me. So what we're going to do is just do some high knee lifts to our T-tail. Now the higher you have your T-tail, the higher your knees have to come. So it can be nice and low, so just holding it down in front of the body. As our legs touch the T-tail, we're just swapping from side to side. Or if you want to work yourself a bit harder, get that T-tail out higher out in front, get those knees up higher to touch the T-tail. Holding the T-tail tight all the time, so again, not letting the T-tail sag, keeping it nice and tight. So we're putting a little bit of pressure out through the arms, and shoulder muscles and upper back muscles. Again, just keeping our heart rate up as we march on the spot or high knee lift on the spot to touch the T-tail. Again, lower T-tail is fine. As long as we're bringing our legs forward to touch, keep your chest nice and tall, looking straight ahead, shoulders back, heart rate staying up, feeling a bit of fatigue in those legs after all these squats and bar A lifts. 10 more each side. Keep coming with me. Higher if you can, work harder if you want to. Make sure you get those knees up to the T-tail. Or lower if we need to, if we're getting a bit tired. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now keeping your T-tail nice and tight in your hands, we're just going to finish with a little bit of a stretch. So lifting the T-tail up above us and then bringing the T-tail down. I want you just to lean forward, touching the T-tails towards the floor. Now it doesn't matter how low you go, just feel the stretch up through the back of your legs and into your lower back. Keeping the T-tail tight, and then again bring the T-tail forward, up along the body and lift it up into the sky. As you're lifting it up, feel a bit of a sort of stretch up through those shoulders, and then drop the T-tail down and reach towards your toes again. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't touch your toes, as low as is comfortable. One more time. Rolling or coming up through the back, bringing the T-tail back up the body and reach it up to the sky. Take a nice big breath and bring the T-tail back down to the toes. Take a couple of breaths in this forward lean stretch. And then last but not least, if we bring the T-tail back up above our body again, and I just want us to do a little lean to the side. So just reaching one way, keeping the T-tail tight. This is to feel a stretch down through the side of the trunk. Take a big breath, swap for the other side. Take a big breath. And one more each way. Now I hope you enjoyed your little get up, get moving workout. As I said, not traditional Pilates, more of just an idea of some things you could do inside or out on your back deck. A bit of strength, a little bit of cardio, nothing too strenuous, just to get things moving through the body. As I said, once a week would be a great goal for a workout like this. You could do this one once a week and then one of the mat work workouts once a week, and you'd be doing very well. It's great to talk to you all again, and I hope you're all really well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks guys.